to Hillbrow Mortuary there. Ngobile Madlala standing by. Ngobile, what is happening at the moment? Are we any closer to seeing that procession start its way to take the Queen back home?
Well, it seems so, Yuveka. As you can see, the vehicles are now going in. We do know that they will be exiting on the other end, but right now we are joined by Izinduna Esgoten. So you will know that the Queen also had ibutho lakhe, which would be oh mama from the royalty. I'm just getting out of there because the cars are coming in. So we are now joined by one of amabutho aba Izinduna from Esgol Yuveka. That is ibutho labo mama, also known as Piti. So the women that we are speaking about are the women that be in the forefront, especially when there's a reed dance. They would be the women that will help with the preparation, the proceedings, as well as to how it will work on the ground. Now they're saying they were here to celebrate their queen and also to pay their respects. Also just highlighting on the fact that even though there are reports of the fact that the royalty, there seems to be some conflict that is going on, they are saying that they wouldn't be happy if there was a sign of conflict. They would like everybody to come together and be as a reflection of the Queen that they are celebrating today. Now we're just walking with everyone. We understand that the vehicles will be coming out. Amabutho also in the forefront. We can see them there singing Yuveka, the continuation of this celebration, but at the same time the mourning of the Zulu's Regent.
Ngobile, if you can hear me, just explain where you're going. Is this a different entrance where we're expecting those vehicles to leave? I mean, they went in one way. Will they be coming out now from this gate where you are?
Yes, UV, we have seen the vehicles going in the one end. We are expecting them to come out here. We can see Amabutho already preparing, singing praises, singing in front. Singing, so we're expecting the vehicle to now come out here. You can see people have gathered, so we are trying to go through to see, to give you that kind of view. We do know that they will be coming out from this gate. Again, you can see there Amabutho celebrating. Even Amabutho Abo Mama, which is Ispitipiti, have also come this side, so they are waiting on either ends, just singing praises for the Queen, just singing for the Zulu Regent. Again, they said she was a magnificent woman. She has played a big role in the ladies' lives and also in the young maidens' lives, saying that she was in the forefront and believed in people that were independent and had passed certain skills that show independency, and also saying that, oh mama, the ladies are going to pave the way by instilling such great skills to the young ones. So we had heard from the young ones saying even traveling for them, it was new to them, having gone to the reed dance of Eswatini and also the Zulu reed dance. Again, we are outside the gate where we are expecting the vehicles to come in. Just further in, we can see Abo Mama from the Zulu nation just inside, again also doing what is similar to what is happening right here, just a distance, singing, celebrating and mourning.
We'll just head on over now to Mandombi Mkhunu. We understand he is speaking to somebody involved in this tradition, in this ritual. Mandombi, if you can hear me, yes, what happens now as we await those vehicles coming out of that gate with the remains of the late Queen?
Well, Yuveka, we are expecting the body of the late Queen Zulu Regent Mandombi Dlamini Zulu to make its way out of the mortuary any moment from now. In fact, from the far distance there, if I can just turn, I see Abo Mama, the women that have gone in there to go and prepare the body of Her Royal Majesty. They are currently outside here, and what you're seeing here outside now is the Zulu regiment, Amabutho, that have gathered here outside in a formation to go and bid their farewell and to say their farewell to the Queen Regent as the sentiments from Izinduna that are here, of course, paying their respects. They're saying that they've also been dealt a major blow as the Izinduna here in Gauteng having lost yet another key figure in the monarchy, the Queen Regent, Mandombi. This just comes just a month after isilo samabandla uGudus welithini kaBheka uZulu ekhotheme naye. Ngakho-ke the Zulu people saying that they really have been dealt a major blow. But we are seeing now inside, and of course at a far distance there, some of Izintombi as well as Abu Mama who are inside here waiting to usher the body of the Queen Regent out of this particular moment. The Amabuto are lined up here in a formation, in a guard formation, to pay their respects, singing their songs, their war songs, their warrior songs, and also songs that they will sing when they won the audience of His Majesty, the King of the Zulu nation. So these are the scenes here outside as we await the body of the late Queen Regent to leave this mortuary here to make its way to the palace of Kwakhangela Makenga. I'm just going to leave you a bit with some of the songs from Amabuto here.
Mankoba, we'll leave you watching that gate for us for the imminent departure there of the remains of Queen Mandombi there from Hillbrow Mortuary. Let's head on over now to Ngobile Madlala. Ngobile, and you know, just listening to Mankoba's interview there, you'd imagine what a blow this is for the Zulu nation. I mean, losing two elders, two seniors, the King, the Queen. I think seniors is an understatement, actually. In about a month's time, I mean, what are they saying? How has this left them feeling? We understand you've been talking to some people in the crowd there.
Very sad, Yuveka. A lot of them very sad. In fact, a little earlier on, we spoke to some of the nurses. They couldn't come on screen, and they had just finished with work, and they came here to pay their respect at a distance, saying that they wish they could be home to go and be with the royalty and also celebrate the Queen, saying that they were coming here to just pay their respect as much as they could. But joining me now is somebody who knows the Queen at a very personal level. In fact, has even worked with her.
Ukuthi la ikhaya kwami ngifuna uqonde mntanami uzokwazi ukuthi ugane ube intombi into uyongena emzini uyintombi into.
Angibonge mama. Well, Iveka, you can see there, these are some of Izintombi. Umama says they have been treasuring in Gauteng and in KwaZulu-Natal and other provinces that they have gone to. She's just explaining to us how emotional this is for her, saying that she was very young when she met Indlovukazi, saying that she had come KwaZulu at about an age of 18 years old and had started again. She says the traditions, the cultural of Izintombi, Umkhosi Wesizwe, which is the Reed dance had died off KwaZulu, and she came and she reignited that fire from Izintombi, saying that this is important. She says she traveled provinces with her, that she had gone from one place to another, reigniting this culture, and this is why this culture is so big again, saying that now she is very sad. She's sad to know that Indlovukazi is gone, saying it pains her that she and other women that she had started with have also passed on, that she feels like all of this will soon...
All right, let's head on over to Mankoba Mkunu. He's been watching the gate on the other side there of the Hillbrow mortuary, where we saw vehicles waiting to leave. Mankoba, what are you seeing there at the moment? Does it seem like they're about to get going?
Well, indeed, Iveka, we're seeing the delegation now coming out of the mortuary, led, of course, by Abantwana, the princes of the royal family. So they are in front here of this entourage to usher Her Majesty, the late Zulu Queen Mandombi Dlamini Zulu, out of the mortuary. And of course, behind them, you'll find amabutho that are here ukwembathisa uNkulunkulu. And just behind amabutho is the hearse that is carrying the body of the late Zulu Queen Regent Mandombi Dlamini Zulu. As it comes out now, we are seeing Abo Mama Imbogodo also just behind this vehicle that is carrying some of the family members, also paying their last respects, singing with Amabutho, and ensuring that the Queen Regent is given a dignified and a befitting send-off here at the Hillbrow mortuary, where her body has been since her passing last week. We understand that she's now on her way back home. There it is, that hearse carrying the coffin of the late Queen Regent Mandombi Dlamini Zulu. And of course it is quite a sad occasion for the Zulu nation. Here behind the hearse you can see Abo Mama from Eswatini in Eswati regalia, as well as Amabutho, now ushering the Queen out, Ngengoma, Ngehubo, paying their respects to the late Queen. The hearse will now make its way out of here, and just in front there I can see quite a number of police, National Traffic Police, as well as the Gauteng Traffic Police, that will be escorting this procession as it makes its way to the N17 through Emelo and through Piet Retief, where it will be heading to the Royal Palace of Kwakhangela Mankengane. We're just going to move a bit fast. Do excuse us if the visuals are a bit shaky, but it is the heat of the moment. It is the moment that many who have gathered here outside, onlookers and the Zulu nation, were here for, to bid their respects and their final farewell to the Queen Regent Mandombi Dlamini Zulu. We can see Amachichi there in the distant background as well. They were here as well from early this morning. We did see them earlier on as well at the hospital, going there to pay their respects. We are moving, I can see Umtwana Uvanana here, leading the Amabutho on where they should go and ushering the procession to ensure that there is a smooth flow as they are about to leave this particular site. And we are seeing some of the royal members from Eswatini, the entourage from Eswatini that was dispatched by His Majesty Umswati III, the brother of the late Queen Regent, here to come and accompany this delegation as they do this all-important job of fetching Her Majesty's remains here in Johannesburg and transporting them back home at Kwakhangela Mankengane in Nongoma. The procession is moving now, leaving the Hillbrow mortuary and making its way to the freeway where they'll be transporting the body. And I can see some members of the provincial government here in Gauteng, including the Premier as well as some of the MECs. I understand that 5 MECs will be accompanying this entourage, this procession, as it makes its way out, heading to Mpumalanga, past Piet Retief, into Ophongolo. And we understand that this delegation from the Gauteng province will actually be handing over to the KwaZulu-Natal government once they reach Piet Retief. So Trace Singh out here is Nyosi also paying their respects, and basho izibongo bayibongela uNdlunkulu odlulile. That's the hearse there carrying the body of the late Queen Regent. Okay, we are moving a bit fast now, and we are getting closer to the police that are going to be escorting this procession as it makes its way out. And in the background there, you're still hearing Amabutho singing and paying their respects to Her Majesty. And earlier on, we heard from some of Izinduna here in Gauteng, Ubaba Njomane, who is the head of Izinduna, expressing their grief, expressing how this has been a double blow for the Zulu nation, more especially since the king himself, His late Majesty Isiro Samabandla Guduzwelithini, was just planted a few weeks ago. And now, the Queen Regent, Mandombi Dlamini Zulu. Let's listen in as Amabutho ehaya
Kota Zaganongoma Ungalendo Kabela Hangazo Kutana Hishobati Bagwelula Kupane Mununi Eakinde Makeba Yakshak Foste Pitoli Wazama Zamu MC Pota Indo Venebata Babam Shopa Bendumu Ipube Silgandaba Elim Tende Hetuna Chichiliza Hagatu Tabes Billy Wali Masino Yeli Masidonyana Wala Seflistata Wapuma Tumukanye Ezala Porto Kulu Yala Linga Pushop Kalaman Beleni Isabella Unikosas Nukleta Ekadela Shamas and Dabezita.
Wow, that is one of our Didieli Bamabutho here singing the Queen's praises and paying their respects to Her Majesty here. So we are now walking down, and you can see that procession being led by Abantwana as well as Amabutho, and you can see here also Amachichi and his Ntombi and Abomama. They are all out here to ensure that they give the Queen Regent a befitting send-off as she makes her final journey home to the royal palace of Kwakhangela Mankengane in KwaNongoma. Of course, it will be a long trek back to KwaZulu-Natal. KwaNongoma expected to arrive there just before sunset today, ahead of the interment of the Queen, the Regent of the Zulu nation, who will be interred in the crack of dawn on Thursday morning. The hearse now making its way into Empire Road. We're just a few meters away from Empire Road. You can see the police here that will be escorting this particular entourage. But as we continue, it's back to you, Yuveka in studio. Wow, ululations here. Julas, I'll have to hand it back to you for now as we run our way here.
Absolutely. Those are live visuals you're looking at coming from the city center in Johannesburg, in the area around Hillbrow, and our reporter Mangoba Mchunu following that procession there. This is the final journey of Her Majesty, the Regent Queen Mandombi Dlamini Zulu, who passed on about a week ago. The final journey now being undertaken from here in Johannesburg, where she passed on to Kwakhangela Mankengane Palace in KwaNongoma, where she will be interred on Thursday morning. Mangoba Mchunu there covering that procession. You will see the color and you see the people there that are gathered there, Amazulu, wearing their tradition with pride, showing their pride in their tradition and history and heritage. And you will have heard there those men referred to as izinyosi. Izinyosi, a direct translation would perhaps be bees, right? Bees, just like a normal bee that you think of, a bee. Instead of calling them imbongi, they are called izinyosi, and there's a reason for that. I'm joined by Mabuto Ngobo, a producer here at ENCA. There's a reason for that, Mapolo, why we don't refer to these praise singers of particularly the late King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu's praise singer was called Inyosi for a specific reason. That respect for the name, because his other name was Mbongi, and it became difficult. How do you call someone else Mbongi?
Very true, Tulas. You're quite right. Because of the name of His Majesty, I don't even want to call it
yes,
out of respect. But as a result, they had to be called Izinyosi based on that. And these are the people who play a very important role. I mean, if you are a historian or if you are somebody who's interested in researching a history, they can serve as a source of information, because they talk about stories about what the king has done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the praising of King Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu, when you hear him saying Thulo lalelo umuntu omemeza usengathi uyakhala uyalela uthi igula likaJama lichithekile lichithwe ingqondo endala ngiyakithi kwamalandela waziwa nesibindi ubuthelezi ngokusasazela umuntu akaJama emthuka bemcokofula. You can hear that it seems like there were some problems before he was made a king, so there were some challenges. So it goes back to what the other reporter was saying, that it's not you that we are seeing these squabbles there. They've been there. If you listen carefully to those praises of King Zwelithini Zulu, you hear that.
In fact, the reason we allude to the praises of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini Zulu while we are showing those visuals is specific in that those izinyose from time to time break into those praises, but also break into praises of other kings. It's oral tradition, oral history. Just before, we broke away from Mangoba Mkhunu's coverage, they were just before, before he handed over to us, they were, saying the praises of King Dingan.
Yes. They started by the praises of the late His Majesty King Zwelithini Zulu, and then they went on to the praises of King Dingan, Umbombo Shomyam Kabatelo Kabatelo Ngundla Blawayo. Zibule Bishel Zganda Bishi Supin Ndodana. When you listen to those things and you follow the history of Amazulu nation, basically it's talking about the incident that happened many years ago in 1837, if I'm not mistaken, before the Battle of Blood River, where Piet Retief and the group of Voortrekkers came there to Ondini to negotiate the issue of land. At some point later on at night, and then King Dingane told them to leave their guns and everything outside. But later on at night, he declared Bulala Batagaz.
Yeah, Bapagat.
And Bapagat Zulu Ababulawa. So it goes back to what we were talking about, the importance of praises. So even if you're not familiar with that history, the moment you hear you hear, oh, okay, the praise singer was there and he witnessed that incident when King Dingane was saying Bapagati Zulu, Bulalana Batagati.
Yeah. And as we watch those visuals, Her Majesty's mortal remains, the Regent Queen Mandombi Dlamini Zulu, being taken to KwaZulu-Natal. In this particular instance as well, Mapolo, the history is enriched by the fact that she is also a daughter of royalty, the daughter of King Sobhuza II of Emaswati, and hence this kind of fusing together of the traditions, but also that oral history will also have come from the other side as well. They also, Emaswati, have their own rich oral history as well.
Indeed. Zulus and Amaswati, they have that history. At some point, there was that tension, because we earlier on spoke about King Dingane, Isilo Sasemkungundlovu. There is a school of thought or the narrative that when he fought with his brother, King Mpande, Isilo Saganotwengu, I think it was in 1840s, somewhere there, he ran away to the northern part of KZN. Some they say that he was killed by Amaswati, but Amaswatis are saying that no, it was not us. He is the only king among all the Amazulu kings whose grave is not known up to this day. So we're talking about this regent queen. She played a very important role in ensuring that there is that smooth relationship between these two neighboring tribes or nations, because these are neighboring nations. They almost have similar culture. Even if you look at their language, mainly the difference is mainly T and Z.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Mabuto Ngobo. We'll keep tapping into your knowledge and your background as well as we continue to cover this procession. The mortal remains of Her Majesty, the Regent Queen Mandombi Dlamini Zulu, being taken from Johannesburg all the way to Kwanongoma in KwaZulu-Natal. Our reporters stationed on the ground to give you live on-the-go coverage. But we do